let us jump into game 2. On the blue side, we're going to have Wolves Esports, and on the red side, we're going to have WEIBO Gaming.
Yeah, this is a very clear understanding as to the passive of Sulia is really aggressive. So the Wolves Esports give up the first wave at the mid priority by helping Yang Jian clean out and get out the jungle quickly early. Together with Yang Jian, have helped Pound to get to level 3 in 1 minute. Very good one.
Like just in 60 seconds, making it almost to level 4. Like he comes in, he's going to take that prison sprite, and that's going to seal the deal. Look at that.
Yo, this is one good technique. Look, if you love to play Honor of Kings, you can actually learn this. Like if your opponents really have a very fast wave claimant in the mid wave, you can just let your support hold the minions over there while the marksman or your mages help your jungler to get to greater levels.
Of course, just waiting for to share that last hit, right?
We finally stand on the same prediction sides. You were always there for the Wolves, I think.
The truth is, I like the way that Wolves play a little bit more because of the diversity of their cores.
Yes.
I do believe that they have a little bit more options. When one of them is going to fall, when one of them is not going to have a good performance, I do believe that they have some other people that could actually take the baton and be the captain.
Yeah. I think game 1, the result are quite affecting. Of course, you have to admit this, right?
Yeah.
In this kind of tournament, in this kind of match,
He
if you
comes
lost
in
previously.
2v1 against Sakura. Still does not have his ultimate, so he needs to run away.
Yep. And you can see, we can see the heartbeat rate by each players on their sides. That is how excited, that is how nervous they were right now. Look at Max, 151. Hope this excitement can help with his performance better.
Can you imagine that 151 is when you are actually running at a pretty high pace?
Yeah.
151, it's really tough. And it's not only that, and this is one of the reasons why we actually like sharing the heart rate, right? Because if you're 151 right now, and then you drop to 120, and then you go to 151, and then you drop to 120, and you do that for 5 hours.
Exercise.
Can you imagine how hard is that physically for them? Let's wait and see. Look at that. Pang being taken extremely low. Site of Origin is not going to regenerate enough, and he's going to be selling that first blood to WEIBO Gaming.
Yeah, good gathering. It's a 4-3 in the mid, while you can see Mengxi shows no hesitation, using the ultimate together with the flash, just get their hands on Pound. So even the one use the healing, use the double ultimate, but still not able to bring Pound back to the picture, back to life.
Sad for him. We were talking a little bit about how difficult it is physically for them. And it's very difficult physically for that Yang Jian because he tried all his way to regenerate and he was unable to do that either.
Oh,
comes in.
Goes in. Well, that is really close.
That was very close. Out of Origin, one more time, regenerates.
Double
it's not
ulti.
going to be that. No, it's still going to fall.
Wow, being killed for 2 times initially for Pound. I think Yang Jian is losing a lot of early game advantages if the KDA, if the kills are like this. Like game 1, Beijing WEIBO gets those early game advantages as well.
And at the same time, the same as in game 1, Pang dying again and again and again.
But you know, what's crazy is that even though Yang Jian is killed by 2 times, look at the gold. Look at the golds are different because they shared too many of the mid waves from Lady Jin to Yang Jian. So Yang Jian have to stay alive later on because there are so many resources of the waves, of the golds, like invested in Pound's Yang Jian.
This is the first one. Comes in.
Yeah, that's great. That is super
Sulia
amazing.
just finds him, and then the combo comes in.
Yeah, that is amazing. And even though that annihilation of Nuwa does not hit one member, but it is a straight isolation right off the course. If you want to save this Yang Jian, you have to take the damage. If you don't save him, he goes down. It's a very simple problem of selection.
5 minutes and 30 seconds right now, Beijing WEIBO. They look a little bit like they have a better momentum
Yep.
in comparison to the Chongqing Wolves. And they're going to start just jumping in, trying to slow down Pang. Jump in, try to take control of that red buff. They were successful at stealing that red buff, and right now their job is done. Gotta run away out of that.
They really spent a lot, like 5 members around.
Pang, one more time, being targeted, used the side of origin. He cannot regenerate for a third time in the last 6 minutes. He's gonna fall again.
Yeah, like Beijing WEIBO must be really determined on doing this. They don't want simply to take the red buff away because there's 5 members there. You see, like Sakura is having 2 waves cleaned because there's no one on the top side. There's no one on the mid. So they go for the red, and Pound was there for their another hunt. Beijing WEIBO is looking so good. It's looking so good in this one. If you do well in this, with these 2 scaling heroes getting those gold they need in the early game, just imagine what happened in the mid. The middle game, if those double cores are that rich, the damage upcoming is going to be very, very hard and difficult for the Wolves.
Now let's wait and see. Right now they're going to take the Overlord just to kind of like stop a little bit the bleeding. Now when I start looking at this, let's imagine that the Yanjian is just going to be out of the question because of the way that he's falling behind. Then the Dahlia is going to be giving that second ultimate to whom?
If they wanted to like defend the high ground, maybe Lady Jin, but the best answer, of course, will still be the Xiangjian. Wow!
One more time.
I think it will be the time
that's
where...
already very difficult to talk about. One being targeted and he's going to fall as well. Right now, WEIBO Gaming, after losing game 1, they are furious and they want to take this game in a very dominant manner.
Yeah, this is just very simple. Like the Wolves, you have to let things go. If you were this far behind in the gold, this far behind in the vision, you don't want to still fight for your red. Like your opponent is so strong right now with the Nuwa, with the cubes. Like Pound should be saying goodbye. You need to say goodbye to your red buff, or otherwise it will be killed and killed. It will be killed every single time.
He's only 4,700.
Like 0-4-0. You have to let things go in life.
3rd place of gold in his whole team. Right now it's going to depend on what they can do, right? Like, can they get the second trend online earlier? Because the second trend could be an option for dealing damage.
That's not enough. That's not enough. Second trend can be a threat, but if you see like Tingbei and Max are farming up so well, and Zimo can always be there, making sure that your backlines cannot step into the team fights. Like the only person like Second, that's not enough. You can't be a solo warrior. You have to work in the team.
Pang waiting in there. They're all in, jumps in. Nongyan has eyes. They want the turret. They take it. They want the red buff. They're gonna take it as well.
Yeah. You have to say goodbye. The red buff, if you're still wanted to like continue. Yeah, to continue this game, to stay in the game. Like the Wolves needs to be more patient. While Beijing WEIBO right now taking whole control, nearly almost all control of the map. They need to secure down this point safely. No mistake allowed.
4,500 gold advantage right now for Beijing WEIBO. You can see they're trading over there. They know that Pan cannot take no more damage. He falls one more time. Right now, Beijing WEIBO showing us the way that they can be decisive as well.
Yeah, you can see like Pan is a little bit puzzled right now. He has no idea what's happened.
Nope.
In the past like 10 minutes, if you ask him, will you do the same thing? I think the answer is no. He is regretting some of his decisions for the entire team. Because like everything is collapsing too quickly.
I don't see a way for Chongqing Wolves to turn things around in this game. I'm trying to look at something. Try to figure out who could stand up and try to turn things around. I just don't see it.
3,300 total kills for Lincoln. Good one. This will be counted in all KPL League competitions and tournaments. So this guy has been here with us for a very, very long time, since the year of 2018. And right now he still fights for his glory for Beijing WEIBO as a team captain.
They take one turret, they won't be able to take a second one, but there's already an opening right over there in the mid lane.
They were looking extremely good for this one. The full-born tank, given vision they all need. And while the Chongqing Wolf still suffers to have those gold they need to build those items.
4 different vanguards coming in already to the high ground. The destructive deluge is not going to deal enough damage. It's going to be a double one. It's not going to be enough. Mengxi taken down. He's going to proc his passive and he's going to come back.
Yeah.
The Dragon's already at the crystal. They won't try to push. They will take all of the high ground turrets and just push back.
So the Overlord, the Dark Overlord at around 11 minutes is that much tanky. So all they got will be the high ground tower. It will be impossible for Beijing WEIBO trying to finish the game using this type of vanguards. So next round is going to be having those old Dark Tyrants and just having those damage boost to their backlines and trying to lure wolves out. And they do those engagements and team fights in the jungles, that will be easier for WEIBO to win.
With a double ultimate from the Lady Chen, they're gonna have to be careful, right?
Yep.
They do not want to jump in too quickly. They do not want to jump in all of them close to each other. It could end up just being chaos for them. That might be the option to turn things around for Chongqing Wolves. That might be their last hope.
You can see max heart rate is going down. Initially, it's 150. And right now, it's 115. He's getting peace. He's calming down since they are leading so big in this one.
He has to take deep breaths. He's going to have to show in here as the super minions start jumping in. Zemo has the flank. He's targeting one person over there. Pound's going to fall. The minions come in. The crystal falls. And it's going to be a 1-1 right now in this best of 7. Congratulations to Beijing WEIBO.